Are the various sources of crime statistics compatible? Each has strengths and weaknesses. The FBI survey is carefully tallied and contains data on the number of murders and people arrested, information that the other data sources lack. However, this survey omits the many crimes that victims choose not to report to police, and it is subject to the reporting caprices of individual police departments. The NCVS contains unreported crimes and important information on the personal characteristics of victims, but the data consist of estimates made from relatively limited samples of the total US population. Because of this, even narrow fluctuations in the rates of some crimes can have a major impact on findings. It also relies on personal recollections that may be inaccurate. The NCVS does not include data on important crime patterns, including murder and drug abuse. Self-report surveys can provide information on the personal characteristics of offenders, such as their attitudes, values, beliefs, and psychological profiles, which is unavailable from any other source. Yet at their core, self-reports rely on the honesty of criminal offenders and drug abusers, a population not generally known for accuracy and integrity. Despite these differences, several prominent crime experts have concluded that the data sources are more compatible than was first believed. Although their tallies of crimes are certainly not in sync, the crime patterns and trends they record are often similar. All three sources generally agree about the personal characteristics of serious criminals, such as age and gender, and where and when crime occurs, such as urban areas, nighttime, and summer months. Therefore, what do these data sources tell us about crime rates, patterns, and trends? Thompson, now improve your grade on the exam with personalized study. For reinforcement resources and a mastery check of crime statistics, go to www.thompson.com. Thompson Now. Official crime trends. Crime is not a new phenomenon. Studies have indicated that a gradual increase in the crime rate, especially in violent crime, occurred from 1830 to 1860. Following the Civil War, this rate increased significantly for about 15 years. Then from 1880 up to the time of World War I, with the possible exception of the years immediately preceding and following the war, the number of reported crimes decreased. After a period of readjustment, the crime rate steadily declined until the Great Depression about 1930, when another crime wave was recorded. As measured by the UCR, crime rates increased gradually following the 1930s until the 1960s, when the growth rate became much greater. The homicide rate, which had actually declined from the 1930s to the 1960s, also began a sharp increase that continued through the 1970s. In 1984, police recorded 11 million crimes. By the following year, however, the number of crimes once again began an upward trend, so that by 1991, police recorded almost 15 million crimes. Since then, the number of crimes has been in decline. Even teenage criminality, a source of national concern, has been in decline during this period, decreasing by about 1/3 over the past 20 years. The teen murder rate, which had remained stubbornly high, has also declined during the past few years. In 2005, slightly less than 12 million Part 1 crimes were reported to police. Figure 22 illustrates the Part 1 crime rate trend between 1960 and 2005. The factors that help explain the upward and downward movement in crime rates are discussed in the Analyzing Criminal Justice Issues feature. Robin Ramsey, 25, is arrested after a police chase in Lancaster, California on March 2, 2006. Ramsey, detained in a car theft case, stole a sheriff's sport utility vehicle and led deputies on a 2-hour pursuit through the Antelope Valley before being captured. Despite such news-making incidents, property crime rates have been in a decade-long decline.